Mga kaligasang umaga po muli sa inyong lahat. So, present namin yung mga naging resulta ng local consultations, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Sa Luzon po, yung aming Environmental Leaders Forum, ginawa sa March 1 and 2, 2025, sa TESDA, Trainers Academy sa Marikina City. So, during this session, bukod doon sa consultation, nagkaroon din kami ng meeting sa Marikina dun sa kanilang solid waste management na ginagawa. So, Green Party of the Philippines started the session sa Marikina. Bukod sa mga taga-Luzon, actually, meron din ilang taga-Mindanao na sumama kasi ito rin ay sinabay sa National Congress ng Green Party of the Philippines. So, ito yung issues identified. I-identify ko muna yung mga issues kasi medyo iba yung format ng MGT noong unang session kesa sa dalawang sumunod. Kasi after this MGT, we realized we need to reform and change the focus group discussion. So, unang na-identify namin issue ay solid waste management na kita ito sa discussion, although yung site na binisita namin sa Marikina, they are doing very well. But the other cities compared to Marikina and Quezon City ay hindi gano'ng kaganda yung solid waste management. Pangalawa ay the issue of mining, particularly the issue was raised in Central Luzon and some areas in Cavite. So Central Luzon, particularly sa Zambales area, kasi may deep sea mining yan, at central mining sa land. At saka sa parte ng Sierra Madre. Kasama din dito, number 3, yung sikat na ngayon, na dinidiscuss namin, hindi ko masyadong sikat. Planning and plant mitigation. So, ang issue dito ay paano sa solusyonan yung tipsi ng pagbaha kasi noong 2024, if you all recall, during the song of President PDM, ay pinagbalaki na yung 5,500 na flood control projects na the week after, bumaha. Tapos may call for investigation sa Senator Riza, kaya lang, kailangan na yata ng todo sa contractor, walang pumansin sa investigation. So, lumabas actually yun sa napag-usapan. Pang-apat ay biodiversity loss. So, kahit despite the many laws that were passed, there is a continued loss of forest and other biodiversity sa Luzon. Reclamation, very prominent issue, lalo na sa NCR at sa Bulacan. At pang-anim ay yung just energy transition na diniscuss namin ng isa sa island convener ng Luzon for DPP. Si Nixator nakasama rin sa Partnership for Affordable and Renewable Energy. So, from the problem, we also identified some of the solutions. Una, sa solid waste management ay mainstreaming of exemplary LGUs like Marikina and Quezon City so that their success can be replicated. Ang problema daw kasi, dahil may mga rewards yata, yung mga LGUs may competition, so pag sineshare nila, baka daw makausad sila dun sa reward, hindi magbigay sa kanila 1 million lang LGUs. So, pag sineshare, baka mas magaling na sila, wala na sila para. So, yun. Pangalawa, amendment of the Biological Solid Waste Management Act include more economic solutions. Kasi the issues, there are many material recovery facilities that are not functional already. Merong stakan na, meron na, ang bisina na yung empire, so yun ang identification. Pangalawa, yung mining. Mining moratorium in biodiversity areas, sa solusyon ng ban on export of raw mineral. So, dalawa yun. Sa planning and quantification, so wala mo rin yung mga contractor. Una, implementation of sustainable stormwater management. Pakalawa, use of porous pavements in roads. Better see cross-coordination between adjacent LGUs. Kasi napansin dito, sinabi ng Marikina, kahit anong ganda ng mga solid waste management dito, pagdating ko doon sa adjacent, hindi naman maganda. Same with Quezon City, pagdating daw nila kasi kay Along Malapitan ay ang ganda doon ng solid waste management masyado ng Caloocan, kaya matindi yung bahan pa rin sa Quezon. Letter D, simplifying collection of solid waste and offering incentives, rewards, and mechanism. Na-identify dito yung parang cultural na ang Pilipino daw, hindi talaga really culture. So, yung complicated daw na ang daming, yung parang manin yata, kaya nahihirapang sumunod kasi masyadong complicated. At the same time, hindi pa rin pareho. Pumunta ka sa mall, iba yung visitation, iba yung pool, pumunta ka sa school, iba pa rin. So, yun yung isa sa dahilan kaya hindi ako susunod. Number 4, biodiversity loss. Una, ang solusyon ay passing sa Caloocan by mineralizing ecosite. I think kaya na-discuss yan kasi may kasama kami dun sa panel ng rights of people of DFPI, nagtadraw ng bill for the recognition of ecosite. Letter is grabe the National Greening Program na hanggang ngayon ay mayroong 1 billion fund sa 2026 NEP. Ewan kung nag-aagal kayo, wala naman ang kailangan dito sa national program. Replacing it with the National Biodiversity Regeneration Program. Kasi as you all know, it's not just about trees. It's about biodiversity. So the trees and all the living creatures that live in the area. Yun ang kailangan i-regenerate. Hindi lang itanin, i-regenerate. Letter C, improvement of protection of key biodiversity areas like the Sierra Madre, Mount Makiling, and Mount Banana. Yung mahilig sa Sierra Madre kasi sabi nila, wala sa protected area, pero nandun sa katabi. Kasi daw hindi na daw yung protected area. Napakatatalo na talaga yung mga minero. Number 5, reclamation, moratorium, reclamation. And kasunod ay filing of cases against illegal reclamation. Number 6 ay just energy transition. Una, reform of electric cooperatives. Kasi may nagsasabi, hindi naman talaga daw sila okay. Number 2, amendment ng Ipira Law na hindi naman po nasunod yung team ng Ipira Law. At kasunod, removing excise tax and passively tax on residential consumers to electricity. Kasunod, push for more renewable energy in the energy mix of the Philippines. So, yan yung sa Luzon. Pagdating po sa Visayas, in July 6, 2025, kinaservan naman kami sa napakagandang lugar na pangunguna kalikasan sa Balangban, Cebu. Tapos wala doon, kita-kita namin yung napakagandang bagong kapitolyo ng Cebu na binatag ng magandang kapituluan na tigil na yata. So, marami kaming good participants, I think nasa 70. Mas 70. So, dito, i-identify yung issue and then nag-focus na kagad sa solution. Ang una, box office, solid waste management. Box office yung solid waste management. So, ang mga proposed solution nila, una, proper waste segregation and disposal, annual cleanup drive, incentive to urban poor groups, practicing waste segregation and composting, and get the incentive of the savings on the TV fees being paid by LGU. Kaya po may ganito dahil mayroon sa dunyang kabataan na kasama doon sa local government. Kasunod, review and update of all environmental legislation, strict implementation of environmental laws, purchase all needed equipment, vehicles, hire personnel, training and workshop on ITC, and to coordinate and pressure LGUs to be fair in the implementation of policies and regulations. Kasunod, climate vulnerability. Una, tree planting in flood areas and mangrove planting in coastal areas. B, practice sustainable waste management to reduce environmental impacts. Number 3 is land degradation. So, pinagsama-sama na lang namin ito kasi multiple issue siya due to heavy chemicals, due to quarrying, and illegal land. So, yun yung causes ng land degradation. Ang unang solution daw is proposed quarrying activities by combined voices and actions. Kanina may nabali na daw Cebu dahil ang umupo sa mga ganyan. Ganang katindi ang laban ng mga laban ng pagkakas. Then, integrated diversified and organic farming, as well as trees and mangrove planting, that there is self-discipline and observe adherence to laws and regulation, that he implements low agricultural land technology, and as well as create an environmental watcher group to keep an eye on illegal activities. I think that's why the Green Party is supporting the Environmental Enforcement Bureau bill being proposed by Senator Risa Altiveros, kasi there is no police power of the DNR. So once na tatawag pa sila, ay pupunta doon na law enforcement, nakakakas na lahat yung mga nagbabayo. So, yun din yung dahilan kaya I think si Atty. Bobby Chan ay gumawa ng para-enforcers na tinatawag para citizen arrest. Number 4, dito sikat na sikat yung Pilipinas. Patutalino tayo sa jury at sa batas. Pagdating sa implementation, 5. Siguro wala lang akong kontra, no? Na talagang magaling tayong magbabatas. Magaling na magulang pa yun. Una daw ay train all the local leaders. As a lot of champions must be encouraged to mainstream environmental professional programs. As a lot establish or conduct policy review and localization workshop to align national goals and communities. Kasi may parang may disparate sa local needs at saka sa national values. And last, conduct seminar, workshop, and activities related to environmental. Panglima, food shortage. So ang proposed solutions are introduce sustainable farming practices and use farming tools that do not harm the environment. The use of organic inputs must be fully implemented. Allocate proper agricultural land for farmers. Strict implementation of land use policies. Wala pa tayo national land use act hanggang ngayon. And increase support for agriculture. Support farm to market rules. Pero wala ka ng farm to. Wala kasi yung putol eh. Farm to roads. Saka market to roads. Ba't namawala yung putol kasi nakapunta sa kay Vizcaya. And last thing, dangerous plastics. LGU to charge environmental fees, implement and enforce the policies and ordinances on banning single-use plastics and promotion of circular economy. Pagdating po sa Mindanao, 85% dito po ay kabataan. Kakunti lang po yung mga dating bata na kami po sa 25 years old na tayo. 25 ang tayo. Sa Coronadal City, South Cotabato. So, una ulit, large and small mining operations ang number 1 sa Mindanao. I think probably because of the Ampakan area ginawa sa South Coast is actually na doon yung Tampakan na mining na hanggang ngayon ay problematic kasi bababaliwala yung provincial ban of the mine because of the recent decision by the Supreme Court. So mining moratorium, biodiversity areas, enactment of provincial and local environmental laws, unfortunately, kailangan maanyandahan niya tayong batas kasi sinagkaan ko lang sa billboard. CSO and citizen participation, and D, coordinate and question LGUs to improve the implementation of policies. Kasunod doon, yung box office, solid waste management pa rin, tree planting in urban areas, practices of sustainable waste management to reduce environmental impact, and organize multi-sectoral groups for planning and consultation. Lack of participation in environmental activities. So, minsan, hindi na popular, hindi sikat. So, una, conduct regular capacity building. Pangalawa, involve the youth in all levels, in school, out school, communities, etc. Tapos, pakanak po pala yan. So, yun. Naglutak na. Rapid deforestation. So, magtanim ng puno, mangrove, mag-enact ng laws to protect the forest, and create volunteer groups to monitor and report illegal activities. Tuloy, yung parang food security. No? kakulangan sa pagkain. So, more siguro, inviting from the national government, implement agroecology, integrated, diversified organic farming, and implementation of slow agriculture and land technology. So, yun yung mga results ng consultation sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Siguro additional input, kung nangyari siguro yung consultation later, I think one of the major issues that could be added to this is yung issue ng budget and corruption. Kasi just this week, I attended a budget meeting, and the total amount of climate adaptation and mitigation type budget amounted to 960 plus billion. No? And 76% of that budget goes to the DPWH. So, I think kahit wala sa dalawang consultations, kung nangyari ito naman, it will be one of the major issues that we also address the corruption when it comes to the environment. So, yun po. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Thank you, David.